Most of us have been taught our whole life that carrying around pain requires strength. Oh, you're so brave, you're so strong, you've endured that trauma, you went through that horrible thing, you're holding and carrying that pain forever. Well, what if I told you that sometimes finding the strength to let that pain go is where your true power actually lives? Now, I've heard many reasons why people hold on to their pain. Number one is probably if I let it go, the person who hurt me gets away with it. Like somehow your suffering hurts them. Well, if they hurt you and they truly aren't remorseful and they don't care, then it doesn't punish them. It doesn't do anything to them. They don't care. Letting go doesn't mean what happened was okay. It doesn't erase accountability. It means that you are no longer willing to let someone else's actions continue to control your life. And then people say, I deserve to suffer because of what I've done. It's my karma. Well, healing isn't about punishing yourself forever. Karma wants you to learn from your mistakes, your choices, and do better, grow, level up. Well, you can't do that if you are stuck, punishing, reliving, miserable over and over. That's not growth. That's not karma. And then sometimes we think, I don't know who I am without this story. This pain is part of who I am. Well, I understand that. When you've lived with something for a very long time, even suffering can become familiar. Your nervous system can actually become more comfortable with what it knows, even if what it knows is painful. And then sometimes there's the fear underneath. Well, if I get better, will people still care about me? Will I still get support? And that's a really important question to explore because you deserve relationships where you are loved because you're you, not because you're hurting. You deserve to be able to ask for help and assistance, not because you're suffering, because you're in pain, but simply because it's a mutual relationship where you give to each other, support each other, help each other. And then there's this one. If I let this pain go, something worse could happen. So we hold on to the pain because, again, at least it's familiar. But familiar doesn't mean safe. And just because you let go of pain doesn't mean something worse will come along. You don't actually know. That's just your fear talking. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending you weren't hurt. And it doesn't mean you have to forgive someone before you're ready. And forgiveness, again, is not about them, it's about you being willing to let it go. Sometimes healing simply means saying, this happened to me, but it doesn't become my entire identity. So ask yourself, what am I afraid I'll lose if I let this pain go? And then ask, what might I finally have room for if I did? Because you don't have to carry your pain forever just to prove that it mattered.